Living in Boulder vlog. It's 6:01 p.m. August 17th, 2019, Saturday. I have to go to the concert tomorrow with my mom. She was like begging me to go to the concert in Lyons tomorrow, Lyons Folk Festival. But she said she'd buy me beers, so my roommate I'll smoke the rest of that nugget. My roommate gave me another nugget last night, and so I'm still smoking on it, so that's chill. Um, so I got up late today. I got up at like 3 or something like that, or can't remember exactly. I did look at the watch. I just forgot what it said. I was smoking reefer. Yeah. Yeah, and I just started going. Like, my Dreamweaver freaking crashed like a dozen times yesterday. And it's already today crashed a bunch of times. It's just crazy. It just crashes on the regs. But I think what happens is anything that's not saved, it opens up, because it opened 2 unsaved files up yesterday. So that's cool. I don't have to worry about stuff getting lost. So it's really not that big of a deal because it reboots really fast. It really boots really fast anyway, but it doesn't open up all the pages if you got a bunch of pages open that are saved. So, but yeah, because I just opened up a bunch of pages. I'm just fixing stuff on East Asia. I'm realizing how basic my timeline was. Now, I was talking to my fiance earlier today, and I'm like, yeah, the basic. And she's like, what? Is there like the basic type versus the complicated design? And I'm like, no. When I say basic, I mean like in beginning stages, rough draft stages. I thought it was farther ahead. You know how when people die, like supposedly your hair and your fingernails keep growing? And I guess that's not true. It just appears that way because your scalp is receding and your skin around your fingers is receding. But it's kind of like how my website's like. Like, I built my timeline, and then in my mind, my timeline kept growing. And for 8 years until it got to today where I'm like, yeah, my timeline, which is like almost done. Just because I've been thinking about it, but in reality, it didn't keep growing. It's in the same spot it was when I stopped it, which was in super basic, not basic style, but number 1 rough draft instead of number 2. So, but that makes it super easy to fix because I have a really fast computer and I know exactly what it was. Okay. And and so I get to put it together really fast, and that's really fun. So I'm actually having a blast. I'm having fun, and I'm getting excited about. I watched this interview the other day, Valuetainment. This dude, Patrick David, interviews this dude who's good at the mind castle, and the mind castle makes it so you can remember everything, because you connect things you're trying to remember to images, and my website provides you different images of the different kingdoms that's coded to give you just everything means something. So you're getting flooded with all the information packed into a small period of space from the images, from the colors and the numbers and everything, and the placement and the shapes and the size. And so I want to see if through my timeline, if it's possible to memorize everything that ever happened in the world. This thing I designed, the bi-weekly history test, where every 2 weeks you take it, and the random number generator gives you a decade, and you're like blindfolded, and you have to talk about that decade that the random number generator gives you, and if you can get every single decade in the history of mankind, like you remember, or even like a 500-year segment, like in my timeline, you just name something, you know exactly what happened, and maybe even can name the kings because you've looked at it and it's ingrained in your brain from the images. So I'm super excited to finish my timeline so I can try that and see if I can do it. zip around and then take the test and see if I can remember everything that happened. And see, and then maybe if you remember everything that happened in history, you can remember everything that happened in future. And that's what I actually want to do in my timeline. I made future timeline. I want to get on there and kind of do the research on the internet and then use my own intuition and then write a thorough future, just like in the past, you know. And then we all do it, and so then that'll all tie us in together as one unified society looking for a common future, all in accordance with each other. So, I'm going to, so I'm working on China right now, just finding I didn't even finish China, so I have to decide what kingdoms go into the China kingdom, because there's lots of different kingdoms, but there's always one main kingdom. And I'm making China as a continuous country from 3100 BC until present. I think it's the only country I have in my entire timeline where I have it as one continuous country. And so, because the Chinese, like, they like to call their kingdoms not kingdoms but dynasties, because they're like the dynasty of China. They see themselves as like one unit people. So I have to decide what dynasty to have as the main dynasty, you know. So that's what I'm doing now. Working on 500 USD. So, I guess I got to get up in the morning. I'm just going to stay up all night long until as long as I need, you know. And if I don't know what time my mom wanted to go to the concert, the folk festival, but if she wants to like pick me up at 9 or whatever, and I happen to be up working until 8, she'll have to just wake me up, you know, like honk the horn or call me, and then I'll just get up and I'll get in the car and fall asleep and just fall asleep there if I have to. I don't like trying to force myself to sleep if I don't feel like it. I'm nocturnalized right now. So I'm going to get going on the timeline right now and finish it today. I have no idea. I really don't. I'm swimming again. I'm a little fish swimming in a big sea. I don't know which way is up, down, left, right. All I know is I'm swimming, so I don't know what I'm going to do today, but it's fun. It's fun. I'm working on China. Maybe I could finish China. Oh, yeah, that's right. If I just stick to one country, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, maybe I can finish just the country of China all the way back to the beginning. That'd be cool. Yeah. Alrighty. Talk to you tomorrow.